Hello everyone, my name is Asad Ashraf. I'm a GP in Waltham Forest. I'm also the clinical or joint clinical lead for IT, and I'm just producing this video to help people install the VPN software onto their laptops or desktops. In order to do this, there's a few things you need. So obviously you need a laptop or a desktop. I'm just working with Windows 10, so you need a Windows 10 computer with a minimum i5 processor, 8 gig of RAM, and at least 10 gigabytes of hard drive space. What you should do is obviously make sure you've got administration rights. I'm using one of our PCN computers that our PCN has managed to source, and this will basically apply to all Windows PCs. So this computer here, we haven't installed anything as of yet. So the first thing to do is to go to the email that you should receive from SafeNet asking you to enroll your token. If you click on that link, you'll get this page open up. It will ask you to download the mobile pass. Once that's downloaded, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, just follow the instructions through. So click on next, accept the terms, and install. When it asks for admin rights, just click on yes, and finish. Somebody's just doing it again, we'll just make sure it's done it properly. So that's installed now, and then we need to enroll our mobile token. So we need to press, you normally get this page first, click on continue, and then you get to this window here. And all you need to do is basically type in a name here to say what you want. So you can just say, for instance, VPN token as an example. And then if you just activate that, it will then ask you to set a pin. So for this case I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 just to make it nice and straightforward. I'm just going to make a note of that. I shouldn't forget it, but just in case, just re-enter that, and then you have a passcode. So this is how it generates a passcode, where you have 7 seconds to essentially generate things. This passcode is basically what's going to let you into downloading into a VPN, so allowing you to use EMIS, System 1, AccuRx, etc, etc. So that's your mobile pass, that's an authenticator. You can download that onto your mobile phone, be it Android or iPhone, and Dr. Bhatti on his website has produced a lot of documents of how to do this. So I'm essentially following his guide, and I've done this on a few computers and it's worked without any problems. If you go to drbhatti.com, essentially down here it's got everything from the hardware, software, EMIS, etc, etc. So I will be going through everything in this video, but to start off with I'm just doing this VPN. So the purpose of the mobile authenticator or mobile pass is to generate a passcode for whenever you need to connect to VPN. The next step is to actually download this RedCentric software. So if we click on the download button here that is on Osman's website, this will download the Anywhere Connect software. If your computer already has Anywhere Cisco Connect, so you may have had a hard token, you must uninstall that first before anything else. So you open that link, you install the software, you can click on extract all and where you want to put it, so we're just going to extract it, click on install, again yes for admin rights, and we're just going to install this. Accept the terms again, click on install, and just wait for everything to work through. Once this is done, we'll then be able to get cracking with everything else. So that should all be ready to go. I'm just going to double check that all. So VPN token, so you've got it there. Your Cisco anytime. So what I would do then is probably just drag up a link to make sure you put it onto your desktop. So now to get your VPN, so similar to those that use hard tokens, you need to open this up, and you need to click on connect. Now when you click on connect, you need to remember your username and logins. So generic has been for all people in Waltham Forest. It's your first name, so in this case it's my colleagues, Ruth Harvey, Ruth.Harvey, and then it's at NHS Waltham Forest, all one word. So that will be it. So if your name was Alex Smith, it will be alex.smith at NHS Waltham Forest. For those outside of Waltham Forest who are trying to install this, please just verify your username. So if anyone's getting theirs from Tower Hamlets, I believe that your login details will be NHS. So it will be your first name dot surname. I think it's at NHS Tower Hamlets, if I'm not mistaken. So now we need to generate this password. So what we need to do here is open up the mobile pass. This is where you put in your passcode. So we had 1234. Click on continue. You'll generate this. You have 10 seconds. Click on copy. Right click, paste, and click on OK. As you can see in the right hand corner, it's just connected. So that's our VPN ready. It's done. We can click off this now. We're connected. What you should find is that everything should work as normal. So I'll get rid of that window there. So that's everything there. The next step is really to install EMIS, or Sister One. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to install EMIS. For the PCN that I work with in Chingford, I've already put the drivers on the desktop, so I'm hoping this will work. I've not tried this. If not, I will have to try something else. So let's just see if this works. So click on, if I just click this off to show that again, click on the installer, the EMIS installer button, click on yes, and this is where you're going to need your organization ID. So basically a CDB number that you would do on that, and click on install. So this will be your practice organization ID. So if you don't know that, every morning when you log in on EMIS and you put your smart card in, you'll see it underneath the username and password. It should be there. So I'm just downloading this now. So as I mentioned, this is already on our PCN computers. If you haven't got it, you will need to, again, you can just click on Usman's website, I believe. Let's just go up here. So if you click on installing EMIS, there should be here. So it tells you how to do it, how to do the guide and what have you. So you need to download the installer. To get your password, download this, contact Egton. You will need your organization CDB number, so you can contact Egton. But like I said, for the purpose of my PCN, we've done this. We'll see how long it takes. Install is complete, so we're going to launch and close. And now we're just going to do all the updates. As you can see, I've already put AccuRx here as well. So once these two are done, I'm just going to click on check for product and updates. Updates are in progress. Once these EMIS is done, and I can install AccuRx, which takes seconds. The only last thing we need to do is install the smart card software, which can be sometimes a little bit awkward, but pretty straightforward if we just follow a few steps. So if you just click on show update progress, that's at 27%. So at this stage I'm just going to pause the video and hopefully that will fast forward to it to be in full, and then we'll continue once this is fully updated. Okay, so that's EMIS done, so it would just say update complete. It's just disappeared, but that was just done. That took about 8 minutes at home on my Wi-Fi. I do recommend doing this, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it already. Make sure you do this with a good Wi-Fi. Doing this in my practice would have been unthinkable, to be honest with you. It's a lot faster if you do it at home with your Wi-Fi. So look, EMIS is done. I now recommend clicking on the AccuRx chain. Again, if you haven't got AccuRx on your desktop, for those people that are outside of our PCN, you essentially just need to go onto the AccuRx website and you'll be able to get everything from there. I'm just going to try and remember my login details now, but I'm hoping this works. Just need to confirm these things. So that's on EMIS, so I'm logged in there. So hopefully that will work. If not, I might have to troubleshoot that one. So we could load up EMIS now and it will work, but we won't have smart card capability because obviously these laptops that I've managed to procure haven't got inbuilt smart cards like the ones that CAC would have. So for that purpose, you need one of two smart cards. Now, Each practice has been given the one that I'm opening up in my hand right now, which is the HID Omni keys. So these are your 3121 models, which are the stand-up models that you might see your practice manager having. For the sake of our PCN, I've also managed to get quite a few of the Omni keys which are digitized as 3021. These are essentially the same thing, don't look as pretty, but they're more mobile. And to install this, you might have, like I said, it might be a little bit more trickier, but essentially if you go to drbuddies.com again, Osman's done a good guide here, which is a lot easier than most things. So there's two bits of software we need for the smart card facility. First of all, we need the actual Gemalto 64-bit installer. So this is for the Windows machine. So click on download here, let that download. Now, some people may get an error, like Osman said here, which is the framework error. There's two ways around this. You can either download the framework or you can do what Osman suggests. We'll follow what Osman suggests because that way is a good guide. So we'll see if we come into that trouble there. So if we install this, so there you go. So it says Microsoft.NET Framework 2 needs to be installed for this installation to continue. So let's just finish that, leave that there for now. We'll come back to that window in a second. So we've got to go to what Osman says here. So what we need to do is click on Windows Feature, turn Windows Features on or off there. So if we look down again on what Osman says here, it's a Net Framework 3.5. So it says tick the boxes related to Net Framework, which is what we need to do. If you just expand this, tick this here, make sure that all selected, so it's all selected there. That should hopefully sort it all out. So click on OK. And then that, click on that so it downloads any required files. So just be patient while that finishes, just apply the changes. Once this is done, we'll still need to download another piece of software. And once that's done, you need to restart your computer. And then we'll hopefully have a part 2, which will be everything logged in, so everything installed, and I can show you how to basically log in and go from there. So if you see, ignore the window I'm bringing up here, this is just me recording my desktop, so I'm just going to pause this until it's all installed. Okay, like I said, ignore this window, you won't see this, this is just for recording purposes, so that's complete. So let's close this down. The next piece of software, and this is the last thing we should download, is the Identity Agent. So if we click on this here, again, thanks to Osman, it's just made its life a lot easier, where everything is under one resource. Click on next, just keep clicking on next and install that. And again, just to reiterate, you need admin rights to be able to install this software onto your computer. As it's your PC, personal PC or laptop, you shouldn't have any issues. For the sake of my PCN, there's no limitations on that. I've lifted those for now. So that's all installed. So if we cross this all off, what I'm going to now do is make sure we install the Gemalto as well, because we accept that, install that, and say yes to that as well. So remember, we didn't install this because we had the framework issue, so now we can install all of this, That's finished. So that's all done for us. We click off this. I'm now going to stop this recording. I'm going to restart my computer, and then you're going to have a second video which will show us how we can get everything up and running and start working from home. Okay, so hopefully everything's installed now. So I've restarted my computer. I'm just wary of the time I'm logging in. I think EMIS has got some updates it's planning to do this evening, so let's see if this works or not. So first thing to do, click on Anywhere Cisco, and you want to click on Connect. So let's see if I can use my colleagues. I know this is probably not correct, but I'm just setting it up, and then we're going to change the passcodes after. So first name dot surname at NHS Waltham Forest. Click on the mobile pass, put in the PIN number that we generated before, so your 4-digit PIN, and you get this code. Click on copy passcode when it's green, right click and click on paste and press OK. And you see in the right hand corner just here it's saying that we're connected. So the VPN works, we're in. Let's check the smart card reader. So like I said, you can use either the 3021s or the 3121s. They both should work. The 3021s are the small ones. There you go, just like you were at work on your desktop. Put in your smart card reader and that should log in. Let's put it under my practice. So Juniper Medical Practice. So that's everything in. If it doesn't work from here, it should really probably be only because EMIS are doing some updates this evening. So let's give this a go. So if I open up EMIS there, that's launched, which is fine. Now sometimes the first time it doesn't quite launch. I'm just going to get rid of AccuRx and come back to that. It doesn't quite launch. There you go. I was a bit impatient. Just got to be a bit patient the first time you do it. And the first time you do it, you normally get this. Not everything's downloaded. Just click on close, and it will continue in the background. So as you can see, you can just click off those. Those will all update itself. So this is our home screen, so it's under me. So I've logged in under me. I've used my colleague's VPN, but I've logged EMIS under myself. So this is EMIS here. Let's get AccuRx up and running. So what we need to do, it says enter the CDB settings. So if we click on settings here, 13760, so that's our CDB number. And if we just click on refresh from server, and let's see if that does anything. Might need to log in and log out again. But the only thing really that I need to make sure is working is AccuRx. There you go. So now we should be able to do everything. So for those people who have not used AccuRx for patients, I'm just obviously making sure there's a few patient details there. I want to make sure. I'll try and edit that out. So I'm just going to bring up a dummy patient of ours. As you can see, I've been showing a lot of people how to use this. You can see from the text messages that I've generated a lot of video consultations. So what we need to do, I'm just going to make sure my camera is working on my computer. So click on the video, link there, and then put in the patient's mobile number, put in yours, click on send and save. Now the best thing to do here is to click on this link here, and what you want it to do is open up in Google Chrome. It doesn't work in Internet Explorer. So what we need to do is make sure we click on request permissions and allow, and there I am. Hello everyone, so you can see me there. So I'm going to click off that, and that lets you do your video consultations, EMIS as per normal. If you've got Microsoft Office, then you can open up all the documents that you want. So let's just minimize this, get rid of that. So just to let you know again, to connect, if I just disconnect so people can get that. Fantastically, it's now saying contacting server. But essentially, just to make sure people are happy, you click on Anywhere Cisco and you connect. Click on connect. I'm just going to cancel this. So it's disconnected now. You click on connect. Brings up this box. Let me try under my own login now. copy that passcode, paste that in, click on OK. So that's not worked probably because I've done my own one. Let's click on connect and go back to Dr. Harvey. Let's just click on generate passcode to get enough time. And there you go, we're back in. So with this one, obviously it was because it's Dr. Harvey's connection, it needs to be sure. So that works. So anywhere Cisco's connected, again you can just open up EMIS. You've got your smart card in, so you can do all your EPS prescriptions. We've got AccuRx ready to go. From System 1 practices, you are going to need to download System 1 from the TPP website and follow the instructions there. And there should be no limitations, just to make sure some of the issues we were having previously should have been resolved. So you should be able to go on the internet and Google stuff. So let's just go on the BBC News website. Lo and behold, coronavirus is obviously everywhere, so we can access the internet. You should be able to access Google, your NHS Mail as well. So I did show that in the previous video, but you can log in onto your NHS Mail. That shouldn't be a problem. If anyone has any issues, they find that they've got any limitations, please do let your IT lead know. Sort of for the sake of Waltham Forest up with myself or Dr. Ramit Oberoi, and hopefully that answers everyone's queries with regards to how to set up your laptop at home. Just to reiterate as well, if you have any questions, do go to Usman Bhatti's website. He's produced some fantastic guides which should hopefully support the video that I've produced today about installing all this different software as well. Any questions, please do give me a call and we can take it from there. Thank you.